Ha! Eat it!
To be frank, I'm not happy with you being here at all. Still, if Jeremiah says you're okay, then we're okay. My name is Bill. The caravan is the backbone of the NCR military juggernaut and ruling class. They are the means by which the NCR takes control of trade routes and exerts imperial influence across the world. The government then uses that control to pressure everyone into joining them or simply take what they want. The power imbalance that the NCR maintains over the rest of the world necessitates revolutionary guerrilla warfare against the status quo. The NCR is the latest iteration of the owning class's attempt to subjugate the lower classes. The only way that the lower classes can win is through direct action and re-education. The last attempt failed with Cook, but the dream never dies. Not many. The ranchers you see have grievances with the NCR, but they aren't so dedicated to the cause as they are angry. Samuel Cook. He was a revolutionary out in Dayglow on the Long 15. Blew up caravans. He had the right idea before he got imprisoned in the correctional facility out east. I heard they broke out recently. Looks like the dream is alive and well after all. Yeah, I don't know. Probably hiding out in the hills of the Mojave. Never been there, though. When mankind keeps settling for the lesser of two evils, an evil always wins, so why fight only one of them? The fact of the matter is, I live in the NCR, and I need to focus on NCR problems and ways I can fix them. It wasn't a legionary who stole my ranch and shot my dog. NCR wants me to fight for the rights of the Mojave, or whatever nonsense they're pushing, and they won't even defend me at home. I'm glad it does. Apathy is the greatest ideology killer of them all. Okay. Because the NCR is supposedly a democracy, but instead it's actually a social club for Brahmin barons and caravan houses to drain us, drive our livelihood and dignity. And I know, it happened to me. I grew up in One Pine, worked myself up to a full ownership of a nice little ranch. And then Brahmin barons came in and stole my property. They threatened me and shot at my house. When I went to the government for assistance, they told me I was on my own. I couldn't afford an attorney, and the local senator had already announced his support of the barons. That's okay, I said. I'll make a new one. Moved to this place, made a new ranch with Nakayama. When Stanton came in, he promised he wasn't interested in my lands. Years went by, and I almost started to believe him. A month ago, he changed his mind. His thugs burned my house down, threatened to kill me if I didn't leave, and shot my dog. So fuck the NCR. He's a Brahmin baron. Well, not a real one. He went into finance before he started building ranches in the hub. His dad was a Brahmin baron, though, a real one. I guess it doesn't matter much. They're all part of the same ruling class. He must be struggling since he was fine with leaving us alone until his legal troubles began. The rulers will always prioritize wealth over agreements. Goodbye, comrade.
So, Dad let you in. Nice to meet you. My name's Seth. Dunno. I've volunteered for it a couple times. Dad don't want me to come, 'cause it's dangerous. But I want to be with them if they go. Couldn't say no to that. I'm sorry. Didn't actually answer the question. I just don't know. All I know is that I'll do what it takes to keep Dad alive. Yeah. Mom taught me how to shoot, and Dad taught me how to hide. I wanted revenge just as much as they did. So I went out with them. I wonder if this is what the Raiders are like. Just trying to get by. And if so, I guess the NCR only demonizes them in the textbooks because they don't like it when they stick it to the man. Kind of. I went to school in Baker because Mom wanted me to get a proper education so I could get into one of those community colleges back west. I'm only in school for half a day, though. Dad and Aunt Jenna give me lectures while we're working. I do homework afterwards. I'm a pretty good student before you ask. Mostly B's and some A's. I don't know much about them. I read about them in textbooks. I have to know when they were founded, who's in charge, what their government's like, what their government's supposed to be. I read about the NCR defeating the Raiders, but I didn't read about anything like this. I wonder if we're going to be in the history books. Well, you've met Dad. He's great. My mom's a caravaneer, which means she walks around a lot. Kind of like you, I guess. She's away for most of the year, but she always spends a lot of time with me whenever she's here. I asked Dad if they're divorced, but he says no. The only ones I talk to are Beale and Nakayama. Beale and Nakayama are really weird because they like to discuss politics. They told me they don't agree on anything, but that they're best friends anyways. Okay.
Hey there. Uh-huh. I'm not holding my breath for that. Your colonel seems like a real pioneer scout. Tell you what, we're not planning on raiding anything right now. There's probably a more opportune time to get him to agree, so keep this in your back pocket. Wait for a good time to bring it up with him, okay? Well, Stanton and his boys took all of the food that we had in the house, and we have guns. Guns are great, but you can't eat bullets. So we started attacking caravans we thought were with Stanton. Turns out they weren't, but you can't unshoot a caravan. And I mean, fuck, we have nothing. So might as well make the best of it. Jenna McDougal. I'm Jeremiah's sister. Nice to meet you. Not much to tell, really. I've been a rancher since I was a kid. Ma's over there. Pa's in the boneyard. I'm a pretty good shot. Better than my brother. So I guarded the ranch from rat scorpions and geckos. That's about it. It's fucked. I mean, there's no other way to describe it, right? Can't go home, can't raid, can't surrender, can't stop, can't go on. We have the supplies for now, but they'll run out soon. And when they do, we'll have to go raiding again. I don't know what'll happen then. Well, he stole our goddamn home, for starters. Sent his thugs to take our land. Honestly, if his little casa wasn't so heavily guarded, I would just kill him and surrender. He and his gunmen are the one we have beef with. Other than that, I know he has legal troubles. A lot of them. Can't tell you much else about him. Of course, I know his name. He probably doesn't know mine. By yourself.
Here we go.
You ever get so close to someone you start finishing each other's sandwiches? Oops, I meant sentences, but nothing to mention it. Eating your friend's sandwich is pretty darn intimate.
Hey there, name's Tommy Nakayama. It's nice to meet you. I hate the government. NCR's gun laws are driving me fucking crazy. They want to let agro-baron mercenaries take everyone's land and let NCR troops run roughshod over Baja, but I can't own an assault carbine? It's bullshit. If the NCR isn't gonna respect any of my rights, I have no reason to respect any of theirs. I'm the guns and ammo man.
I've been collecting guns and the ammo for nearly 2 decades at this point. Got myself quite an arsenal. Yeah, I was a quartermaster in the army for 2 years. Didn't like it much. Wasn't really a fan of kicking the locals off their land, so I didn't re-enlist. Didn't get any of the benefits, but whatever. The government wasn't gonna give them to me anyways. But I did like the guns, so I took a bunch of the broken weapons with me. I wasn't gonna throw them away. Oh, that commie shit? No. Bio's my friend and I get why he's angry like that, but I just can't understand why he would think the solution to an overzealous government stealing his land is to make an even bigger government. He's angry that his property is stolen, so he wants to abolish all private property so that it can't be stolen? How the hell would that solve anything? Being a citizen of the NCR requires consent from the person living there. The government isn't legitimate if there's no consent. If you don't agree with the government, then don't pay taxes, don't register, don't follow the laws, don't pay debts. Make your own IDs. Once the government is destroyed, then the people's right to private property can truly be protected. Yeah, I lived with Beale. Met him at a gun show in Santa Clara. We both liked guns, he was trying to make a new ranch. I offered to be a guard, and the rest is history. Keep sticking it to the man, brother.
Don't go telling anyone about us.
Hey there, son. I haven't been able to do farm work for the last 8 months. Don't have the knees for it anymore. There's no way I'd be able to go on caravan raids. I spend all day in this chair. Whenever Jeremiah's here, he tries to make me as comfortable as he can. It's a little hard, though. He took this chair in a raid. It isn't mine. Oh, this old dog has some tricks up her sleeve. Don't you worry. My name is Cheryl, but the people here call me Grandma McDougal. I'll only give you one guess why that might be. They came at night. They gave us a warning because they threw gas bombs in the house 5 minutes later. The only reason I'm alive is because Jeremiah picked me up and ran while Jenna laid down covering fire. They didn't really shoot back at us, though. They shot around us and over us. After the attack, there was no talking to anyone here. We were all so angry. So we hit back. I'm not happy, but I can't blame him either. Bye-bye.
What's up? Okay.
Hold up there, stranger. State your business or get shot. Figures. The NCR will send troops to help the caravan, but not us. Not anymore. There are too many troopers there, and I'm not face the full force of the bear for shooting at them. Of course, now that I've told you this, I'm gonna need your word that you won't tell anyone else about this place. All right, then. I'll trust your good intentions. Name's Jeremiah. It's nice to meet you. You can walk around, but don't start shit. I'm going to level with you. We're hiding out in these caves because Stanton kicked us off our lands, and we raided some caravans. All right, let's talk. I mean, that would work for us. We do want Stanton to feel some pain. Make him lose everything, but I'd have to talk it over with Jenna. Ideally, we'd want to join, but I can't imagine the Colonel would be up for letting us help with something like that. You'd have to lie to him and tell him that you took care of the raiders. Caps, huh? If Stanton had made that deal instead of sending mercs at us, we might have taken it. If the deal is good enough, then we'll take it. But I'll have to talk it over with the family first. Right now, we're hoping to have enough supplies to wait things out. Things are gonna blow up soon, and we can hope that Stanton and that new mayor kill each other. The hell we will. The criminals are Stanton and his goddamn mercs. They're the ones raiding us. Why aren't you making them turn themselves in? I mean, you're asking us to go to prison and then return to no homes. No person would ever make that decision. That's true. Even prison would be an improvement to our current situation. Tell you what, get us an assurance from the Colonel that we'll be well treated, and we'll surrender. That's them. Born and raised in the hub state, I was a sickly child, asthma. So my mom moved me and my sister to the frontier for outdoor living to toughen me up. My pa stayed behind in the hub, but eventually moved to the boneyard to chase union jobs. I adopted the ranching lifestyle in full, and the doctor said my lungs fixed themselves. After that, I figured it was my calling, so I kept ranching. She took work as a caravaner on the short loop, so I won't see her for the next year or so, assuming, of course, I survive this. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my son. Well, he's my pride and joy. He's got the spirit at the very least. He'll turn out great. We went from having a functional bed with a mattress to having to sleep on the floor of a damp cave. We lost everything. Nakayama had a shit ton of guns, so we armed up. We were gonna hit some of Stanton's boys, but we screwed up and hit a Fargo caravan. This isn't a hub metro. We'll be hanged for that, even if it was a mistake. The NCR isn't going to offer us clemency, so we're going down fighting. Well, I say that, but there weren't troopers guarding the cargo before. They are now. So we've been staying low. That's them. There was a man, called himself Mac. He and a bunch of those goons walked up to our ranch. They told us to leave peacefully or by force. We chose force. I sent Seth over to Beals for safety, and we shot at the intruders. Killed a couple of them, but the strange thing is, they didn't shoot back. They just threw some gas bombs in the home and set it on fire. We bolted to Bill's place, but they hit that too. We regrouped with Nakayama in his cave. He's used it as storage for his guns before. He's Stanton's top gun. He's followed around by some guy named Morton. Don't know much about the other fella, but Mac was pretty ruthless. In a just world, he would be drawn and quartered. We don't live in one of those, though. He's a respected businessman, political figure. Even if it means my execution, I would kill Stanton the moment I saw him. Honestly, I don't know what the hell to think. I pay taxes to the government so this shit doesn't happen, and now it's happened. But on the other hand, I don't think the government knows about this, so maybe they're not to blame. If the government knew about it, would they help us? Have they helped us before we hit the caravan? Will they help now that we have? It's a lot to think about. The only thing I know is that I hate Stanton. Because we don't need to. We go to the ground outside the door with turpentine. They hate that crap. So, we can either use our limited ammo fighting them, or save it for fighting Stanton whenever he comes knocking again. The choice is pretty easy. Remember, keep it on the down low.
I sure miss Big George sometimes. He was such a...
Good afternoon.
I don't like the way our skin feels. You should pull it off. Pull it off. Pull off your skin.
Please don't.
so hot out.
Hello again. And? What did you find out? Well, I figured he would. That's how Stanton is. Pretty brazen, though, even for him. He's definitely involved in this somehow. And what of Mayor Stone? The new mayor murdered the old mayor? How the hell can something like this happen in California? Jesus! It's unbelievable to me that the coup on Californian soil will go completely unnoticed by the government. We're definitely moving on this, but it's a question of getting our ducks in a row. Because when I send my troops into a heavily defended town hall, we can't afford to worry about raiders and looting when we do so. We may need to get the Baker police involved to gather more support and squeeze both Stone and Stanton. In the meantime, I want you to investigate the rumors of raiders hitting caravans along the road. They're a hole up around here somewhere, probably away from town and further from Stanton. My guess would be somewhere in Hollow Hills. Have you? Then you've identified them, correct? So the rumors are true then? That's low, even for Stanton. I understand why they did what they did then. But when they started hitting caravans, they became criminals. Still, if they were willing to talk, did you come to any terms? A pardon? No. I could waive the damages, but they'd be under military incarceration for the foreseeable future. That would be acceptable, but it isn't ideal for anyone. No one gets punished, not them or Stanton. We'd need their testimonies to move against him. I'm not in the habit of bribing my problems away, but if you happen to have a 5-figure amount of caps lying around, you're welcome to try. That's good. I'm sympathetic to them, but they do need to show good faith. I'll sweeten the pot by waiving the damages raiders would normally have to pay when raiding caravans. Ask them. Very well. Ask them. Our wars with the Brotherhood, the Legion, and Baja continue to ebb and flow. Ask them. It's one of our dominant outposts along the Long 15, and it's vital for maintaining our supply line to the Mojave. It's also the evacuation route for the NCR civilians should the Mojave be thrown into chaos. I took an oath to its constitution. I did that because I believe the new California Republic is the single best hope for peace and stability in the wasteland. Its victory over the wasteland will symbolize an end to the apocalypse and the dawn of a new, better world. A world where its soldiers will be able to rest easy and let the people run themselves. One where there's no masters and no slaves. I truly believe that, even despite all of its flaws. That's up for you to decide. Sorry, I'm not interested in discussing politics. Goodbye then.
Oh, hello again. Remember, keep it on the down low. Oh, hello again. All right, let's talk. Surrender? Well, my family and I would be willing to surrender, but you're gonna have two big holdouts. Beale and Nakayama both hate the government, so you're gonna need to sweet talk them. Our ranches are still standing, but theirs was burned to the ground. They even shot Beale's dog. Both of them hate the government and want to burn it to the ground. This is the second time this has happened to Beale, too. They're as thick as thieves, though. Convince one, and you'll convince the other.
I heard what you've been talking about with the McDougalls. Surrender? Are you kidding me? Absolutely refuse to surrender when the NCR and their barons still oppress the masses. You want me to get arrested so I can lead a prison riot? Not a bad idea, actually. Tons of people screwed over by the NCR in jails. And I'm sure Tommy would love some new gun contacts. I'll talk it over with him. You can tell the McDougalls we're in.
Oh, hello again. All right, let's talk. I didn't think you could convince them, but I'm glad they see that the deal's a good one. Tell your colonel that we'll come peacefully.
What's up? So what if we're late? Not like we've got anywhere to be. How's it going? We're making progress, huh?
This is a restricted area. State your business. Oh, well. It's nice that you came to my lonely little outpost. Talk to Mikhail. He's inside. Yeah. Honestly, I wish I had a combat posting. Legion are overrunning the Mojave, and I'm stuck guarding a power plant. It just sucks. If it was operational, it'd be one thing, but I'm guarding a useless installation. I want to do something, damn it. Nothing good. Feel free to enter at your own risk. That land is not patrolled or protected by the NCR. An old bomb crater blocks the road to Kelso a few miles ahead, and it's seeping with radiation. No point in clearing out whatever's up there just to turn into ghouls in the process. If you're looking to do some hunting or find some action, that's where you'll find it. But don't expect us to come running if you get into trouble. Stay out of trouble.
You ever think about how we're guarding sand? Like dying over miles of sand. You ever think about how we're guarding sand? Like dying.
Yeah. This is the Soda Springs Power Substation. Its facility produces and diverts power across the region. At least it's supposed to. We're only producing emergency power at the moment, which means we're running at 30% efficiency. Oh, where are my manners? The name is Mikhail, by the way. I'm the facility's OSI director. Office of Science and Industry. It's the NCR's government main research bureau. Our job is to solve problems before they begin, but usually we're just cleaning up the messes of everyone else. Usually the followers. I was born into it, actually. Both of my parents were OSI agricultural scientists on the Big Circle. They studied the reproductive habits of the black bloatfly. I understand it's important, but that was too boring for me. So I took engineering and electrical courses instead. We want its electricity, or, well, more accurately, its finer control of electricity. Right now, the dam has to route power to the hub before its power level can be changed. That causes all sorts of brownouts because the hub's power needs change depending on the time of day. They're a bunch of anarchists. I have never liked them. God bless Kimball for taking the OSI out of the hands of those nut jobs. No, just this facility. I'm kind of my own boss, though. OSI East is in the Mojave, and this is technically outside the Marshall Zone and NCR border. Okay, then. Robots. Lots and lots of robots. The place was inactive when NCR first took control of it. My predecessor turned on the power without running any security checks. As you might expect, the robots reactivated and massacred a bunch of the troops. We haven't been able to stage a recovery mission. Nothing. NCR ate a lot of lead, and OSI doesn't want the machinery damaged, so they just locked it off. I'm honestly pretty pissed at the last guy. The pre-war people actually left a note telling us that this would happen and the key code to turn them off. Yeah. You know what? Sure. Job's simple enough, but you'll need to be pretty well armed if you want to make it out alive. Run down there and install this override module. Look for the console near the big generators with electricity sparking on top. The module includes a kill switch that should take out the two biggest security bots, but the smaller ones run on a different server, so you'll have to watch out for those. Keep in mind that the security systems down there was able to wipe out a couple of squad of troopers. Nobody will blame you if you change your mind.
Over miles of sand.
Some of these robots,
eat
look
it.
at them the wrong way, don't screw in a vacuum tube right. The next thing you know, you're a pile of ash on the floor and someone's stepping out of a vertibird to sweep your remains into a Nuka-Cola bottle.
Step forward and identify yourself. What are you? You just made my day. Opening fire. And my medals upon my...
What the fuck was that?
Yeah? No shit. You really did it, huh? Wow. Well, here's what I'm authorized to pay you, plus a little extra. I'm pretty sure you just earned me a raise, too. Rash probably won't let us back down there on account of what happened last time, but it seems like everything is up and running at full power now. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah? Smooth like butter. Maybe even smoother. Shit, you made my job easy. See you around.
Kill it, son of a bitch.
Yeah? Smooth like butter. Maybe even smoother. Shit, you made my job easy. See you around.
Who's got a target?
What a shame.
Oh, are you one of the new workers? My name's Luz. There's a drill for you somewhere. Somewhat. I'm supposed to be representing them, but some of them enjoy doing nothing, so I'm getting mixed signals on what they want. In any event, until I can get some better leverage, I'm not going to move at all. We need leverage. We don't have any hard evidence of wrongdoing on Lemon's part, but we suspect he's been cutting our pay. It's not normal for a check to be different amounts every month, right? The project is partially funded by Frick Stanton, but there are rumors about him slow-walking the project intentionally. I don't personally believe that, though. Once you do that, you could either head to Hightower or go to the press. The only things Fold understands are power, money, and reputation. If you threaten one of those, they'll probably work with you. There's a few ways you could help us get a seat at the bargaining table. Our main issue is we need proof of wrongdoing. Stolen wages, broken equipment, or other general corruption would do. Lemon won't trust any of us snooping around, but maybe you can get him to slip up or check out the equipment to get proof that we can't do our jobs here. Thanks. No hard feelings if you come up short.
So what if we're late? Not like we've got anywhere to be. Bet you I can stack cinder blocks higher than you.
Move along, please.
Hey there. How's it going? Goodbye.
You don't think there are any rad scorpions in here, do you?
Just kill yourself, asshole. Your life is pointless anyway. Would you look at the time? It's murder o'clock already. You know what to do.
I don't think this is the right way. We should turn around.
Shut up. Let's see where this goes.
Haven't you done enough?
Pull your eyes out. You don't need them.
Yes,
Haven't you
we
done
do.
enough?
Shut
How's
up.
it going?
I wish I knew more about what's going on in the Mojave. Seems like it's important.
What do you want? Well, sort of. This Greek food passed down to me over the centuries. It used to be a country or empire, I think. But with the war going on out east, I remembered that the Roman and Greek tend to blend together in most people's eyes. So I figure, what's the harm in renaming the place? After all, I support the war effort against the Legion. Might as well make some money from it. I know that the Romans are something. They want to rebuild the Roman Empire and impose martial law on California. I'm not too sure what that entails, but it can't be good with how crucifix-happy they are. What I will say is that the skirts are very nice. They do have excellently toned legs. Real models of physique and masculinity. If nothing else, the Legion are fashionista visionaries. I can respect that at least. You're like me. It's good to meet another in this backward state. I must confess that I very deeply love the aesthetic of the Legion. All those young men in skirts and football pads. Ugh. It's such a shame that they're slavers and murderers because they really do look great. Yeah, goodbye.
Did you need something?
Try our famous Caesar salad.
Saw another family heading down the 15 yesterday. Didn't look like they had a destination in mind.
Ah, hello again. Yeah? Let me get my pen. Government inefficiency caused by a corrupt boss and workers getting stiffed by their foreman? Now this is a piece. I'll run with it. Thanks for the tip. Here, finder's fee for the story. I'll talk about it, but I try to stay neutral. It's so hard to be unbiased these days. I only get secondhand reports from the troopers coming back from the Mojave. Never been out there. I get the sense that they're pretty tough to fight, and that they're a much bigger threat to the NCR than the government lets on. When Bullhead fell to them earlier this year, I wasn't really surprised, but I am concerned. What do I think of Kimball? A lot of things. I know I was in the minority at the Times Hub field office when I wasn't happy to see him get elected. I know they were still pissed about the riots in '73, but he runs on a military intervention in the Mojave. He gets his intervention. But he's not happy with people knowing about what's coming next. I don't trust that. I've lived in it my whole life, so I don't know what else to compare it to. All I can really say is that everyone and everywhere is different. Nowhere is perfect, and everywhere is at least a little okay. That's an unpopular opinion back home, but I really don't see the value in annexing Vegas. The dam, sure, but Vegas, no. And Kimball's talking about making it a state before Reading? Give me a break. The only reason people are pissed at him these days is because no one's sure if we're winning, and that's worse than losing. The Brotherhood of Steel? When I was a kid, we were allies with them. Not anymore. I'm not sure why we actually began fighting them, but I do know that we are fighting, and it won't stop until we both want it to. I know we signed a treaty with him, but that's it. I've never been to New Vegas, so I don't even know what his employees think of him. Oh, but we were getting to the good stuff. Later.
Baker used to be quieter before all...
Welcome back. Oh, yeah. That's been on this building since well before my time. Some people get obsessed with that drawing, saying it leads to some great undiscovered treasure. Over the years, turned into quite the art exhibit. And I have it touched up every once in a while because it brings in curious customers and treasure hunters looking to buy supplies. The story goes that a wanderer made their way through Baker just after the bombs fell and robbed the town hall here of a great fortune. Their lungs filled with fire and skin peeled from the toxic air, with death becoming a certainty. The traveler decided that if they couldn't keep their haul, nobody could. They stashed the treasure away in a cave and scattered the keys across the area, finally submitting to death soon after drawing a crude map on the side of this building. If you ask me, it's a bunch of nonsense. Tall tale written to encourage tourism and sales. But hey, if it's true, I'll be able to tell people my map made someone rich. Yep. Horrible place. I cannot not recommend it enough. And the Legion? I hate them. The NCR should stop playing around and make them feel what it's like to be crucified. Dad wanted me to keep the toy store. And I did, for a while, after he passed. But I didn't stay for long. Thank God. I swear, no one around here cares about what the Legion's been doing. I've been there. I know. A caravaneer walked up and started talking about safe roads, and I about damn near picked up that shotgun and blew his head off. The Legion's shit if you want to settle down. They extorted my dad, then me. And the slaves just fucked them. Fucked them to hell. I'm sorry. Lost my temper. Okay. Well, it's a city. Pretty big one, too. Thousands and thousands of people. It had its problems. Crime, corruption, a couple bad neighborhoods. Like, I would still stay out of the mall at night, even if it has been cleaned up. But even that wasn't so bad. The right to vote is just amazing, really. There was a councilman who was calling for the execution of prisoners. Didn't like that. Reminded me of the Legion. So I voted against him. Other people felt the same way. Come election time, the councilman was gone. Mind you, his replacement... Oh, sorry about that. You don't want to talk about politics. Oh, he's a fuckhead. Forget about it. I just get so passionate about this. Well, it was great having lots of people pass through when I was younger. But I'm old, and I'm craving peace and quiet. I'd be lying if I said it was easy to start up again, though. Startup taxes and the cost of labor are so much higher out west than back in the Legion. But that is just the price of freedom. My friends at Gold Star Distribution are trying to leave the boneyard, and I'm hoping they'll move closer. Be good for business. Okay. Come again soon.
Oh, directions. The thermometers.
Saw another family heading down the 15 yesterday.
So
time's over. I guess that could have gone worse.
Why do I have the feeling that you don't want to listen to me, courier?
What the fuck is going on?
Hey,
What's up? No kidding. You freaking did it, dude. The whole world can listen to Woozer now. Well, like, maybe not the world, but a lot of people. Here's some cash I set aside. It's the least I could do. Enjoy the tunes. I hope the music is a reward for you, too.
Like a fella once said.
another world where friends.
You need a stim pack for that.
What was that?
What?
You didn't hear it?
No.
You don't think there are any rat scorpions in here, do you?
Pull your eyes out. You don't need them. Do you want to get rid of me? Put a bullet in your head, but stay dead this time. Behind you, dumbass.
Hey again. This will do nicely. I'll have the guys put this in the repair shop and we'll get it replaced soon. Here, your reward. Are you ready for the next job? That would be incredible. I'd love to see you try. Go ahead. Just please don't break anything. Come back when you're done. I'll see to it that you're paid. Hey again. Incredible. Well, that's the birds fully repaired then. Only one last thing left to take care of. I hope you're a good negotiator because I might need you to talk to some slimy individuals for this next task. Our vertibirds run on fuel that is hard to come by nowadays. We've been able to refine maize into a low-quality alternative fuel source, but we need big quantities. You could either secure us at least 30 units of maize, which would be enough for emergency evacuations, or you could work out a deal with one of the big players in town for a more steady supply. I'm sure you can imagine which one I'd prefer. Either way, I'll make sure you get paid for your help. Any questions? There are a lot of traders willing to help, but we'd need something consistent and sustainable. I'd suggest heading to the Fargo Trading Company by the motel. They seem pretty capable. Although, I can't say I know a ton about their goings-on. Make sure they aren't shady people before you sign us up. See you soon.